Hello, and welcome to Ballotpedia. I'm Erica, bringing you our hallmark, nonpartisan, objective information on politics, policy, and elections. In this video, we'll discuss budget reconciliation in the United States Senate and how the procedure, known as the Byrd Rule, shapes how Congress passes fiscal legislation. We'll also point you to our comprehensive content about budget reconciliation at ballotpedia.org so you can really ramp up your knowledge on this topic. Budget reconciliation is a legislative process that can be used to override the filibuster and expedite the approval of a package of legislation in Congress that changes spending, revenues, or the debt limit. Budget reconciliation bills have limits on debate, so they require a simple majority of 51 votes instead of the 3/5 majority, which is the 60 votes usually needed in the Senate to bring bills to a vote. The reconciliation process occurs if Congress passes a budget resolution for the fiscal year that gives reconciliation instructions. The provisions of reconciliation bills are crafted by committees or added through amendments. The Congressional Budget Act of 1974 and the Budget Resolution limit the content of the reconciliation bill. Those limitations are enforced through the Byrd Rule. So what if, for example, a group of 52 senators support a piece of legislation that can't reach the required 60-vote threshold? Could they package it into a budget reconciliation bill and try to pass it with just 51 votes? Well, that has happened. And that's where the Byrd Rule comes in. The Byrd Rule is named after Senator Robert Byrd, who introduced it in 1985. It was codified into law in 1990 as part of the Budget Enforcement Act. The rule was designed to keep the reconciliation process focused solely on budget matters and prevent it from being used as a shortcut for other types of legislation. The Byrd Rule achieves this by allowing any senator to raise a point of order against provisions of a reconciliation bill that they believe are not budget-related or otherwise violate the rule. The Senate's official advisor, the Senate parliamentarian, advises the Vice President on these challenges. Official rulings on points of order are made by the Vice President. Elizabeth McDonough is the current parliamentarian of the United States Senate. She has held the position since 2012. The Vice President's decision is based on 6 criteria written into the Byrd Rule. A provision is extraneous by the Byrd Rule and will not be included as part of the budget reconciliation bill if the Vice President determines that it meets any one of the following 6 conditions. 1. The provision does not make any changes to federal spending or revenue. 2. The provision does not follow the instructions laid out for the committee in the initial budget resolution. 3. The provision falls outside the jurisdiction of the committee that proposed it. 4. The provision only changes spending or revenue as a side effect of non-budget related policy changes. 5. The provision increases the deficit beyond the fiscal years covered by the budget reconciliation bill. And 6. The provision makes changes to Social Security. A vote of 60 senators, which is the same threshold required for cloture for a normal bill, can either A. waive the Byrd Rule, meaning a provision can be put into the reconciliation bill without being subject to the Byrd Rule, or B. overrule the Vice President's determination. In addition to the Byrd Rule, there's also something known as the Byrd Bath. Byrd Bath is a preemptive review that may occur before the bill even reaches the Senate floor. It occurs when the parliamentarian advises committees and legislators on whether provisions are likely to comply with the Byrd Rule. This allows lawmakers to revise or remove provisions early in the process, reducing the risk of last-minute changes during the final vote. Additionally, decisions made during a Byrd Bath are not part of any official record, like points of order, and as such are not available to the public. Here's a fun way to remember all of this. Budget reconciliation is the express lane at airport security. No filibusters, just a quick trip through. The Byrd Rule is the alarm that goes off if a provision isn't permitted. And the Byrd Bath is like a voluntary bag check. Senators can take a closer look at non-budget items before deciding whether to toss them or try their luck with the bag scanner. For more information on the Byrd Rule and budget reconciliation in the United States Senate, make sure to visit ballotpedia.org. Be sure to check back with us for more nonpartisan, fact-based information on America's politics and elections. I'm Erica. Thanks again for watching.